Alright, what's up guys? Old Sentinel here. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you guys basically how I helped to prevent tether disconnects and how I prevent my wires from snagging. Now, there's two ways of doing this. Number one, I don't own any Bathrons or Broadways or any like high-end steam engines. The closest thing to high-end is my Bachmann Spectrum. That's about it. I don't really own any of those yet. Reason being, they're just ridiculously expensive. I'm working on getting one, specifically 4014. That I would like to be my first, and possibly a Broadway ATSF 4000 class Mikado, and then probably Intermountain cap forward to accommodate my Bachmann 4449. But how I deal with my tethers is I have two ways of doing it. Way number one is I grab some electrical tape and I wrap it around the wires. Now, depending on how many wires go between or how many tethers you have to go between your locomotive, for the older Bachmann tether system, they had two tethers. One was for the electrical for the track pickup, which was the 2 pin, and one was for the motor and the lights, which was the 4 pin. So what I did, and on this case, it would be for the GS4. Because of the way the drawbar is, I can't really. Well, I can, but I haven't done it yet because I'm not done fit modifying the GS4 yet. I will be doing that in a separate video. Um, I haven't. What would do is I would take some electrical tape, wrap it around the wires, and then that's how I would secure the wires. That way they don't snag. Is easy. It also makes it easier to pull the wires out, but at the same time, I experienced one problem, and you don't want to pull on the wires ever. That's one thing. What's one small mistake I've made is don't pull on the wires, just pull on the plug. I recommend just grabbing a flathead screwdriver and just prying the plug out, and then taking the tender for whatever maintenance you have to do, or whatever you have to do to the locomotive. Right now the locomotive is currently there, disconnected from the drawbar and stuff. Next, it works better. This method works better on smaller locomotives, such as 260s, 460s, 440s, and maybe 442 Atlantics. It might work on Pacifics and Consolidations, but on this case, it works for me better on 260s and 460s. I don't own any 460s, but I own two 260s. One is working and one isn't. What I did is I took a bolster screw that would connect to the truck of a freight car or a tender. Like if you can see the screws that connect the truck to the body of the tender. I basically took a spare one of those and I tapped the hole out for where the old drawbar peg was. And I tapped it out and I basically screwed the screw into that hole and used that in the drawbar. But now you don't want to do it all the way because you want to have some slack for the drawbar to move up and down in case you're going up a hill or in between switches or really tight corners. And yeah, and at the time when I did this, I was thinking of like, I want to work on a way to help the wires from snagging. Now I can't really electrical tape them too easily, and then I can't really put them like farther up above the drawbar. So what it is, I just screwed them together. That works a lot better, and that helps out with wire snags. Less chance of them snagging and less chance of them catching on something. So that's an easy way of doing things for that. And that's basically how I keep my wires together. Um, I am working on getting Bluetooth for that one. This is a locomotive that I'm working on getting Bluetooth, and this is just gonna be an all black engine. I gotta scrub off the old paint off the not the old paint, the old lettering off the tender shell for this. But in the meantime, this will be a Easy App locomotive. I don't really like the way the Easy App sound. I wish that the sound actually came from the locomotive. Then I'd probably use it. But until then, when I do get the board for it, I'm just gonna have it muted. But this will just be a little runaround locomotive I would take to like maybe a show or like to a club layout or something like that, and just run it that way. Or maybe take the black 210 and this 260 and double head these on a heavy train, like I did in that one video where I had the 210 at the front and the 260 at the back, or maybe have this at the front and that at the back. We'll see. I don't know, but that's something I want to do at some point. I did get the headlight centered on the 210, so that's centered now. So now it doesn't have the effect where the light will be like offset, like it will be on one side and not, or in this case, it was on the right side instead of just being centered. So now it's centered, and then I would like to do that when I get loc sound for that locomotive, and then the GS4 when I'm gonna be making a future video next year when I get the loc sound, so the loc sound 5.0 decoder for 4449. I will be doing a fully in-depth review of how I detail out. It will be a pretty long video, but that's one video I will be doing. Basically, that video will be a video of how I fully detail, modify, and upgrade to possible. Basically, how I fully upgrade a Bachmann GS4. Now, this is the second gen, the one with the 2-pin plug. Now, this will be a video of how I fully upgrade a Bachmann GS4 capable of pulling at least 30 to 40 cars. Pretty decent top speed, and what's it called, detail, sound. It will not have a Mars light, unfortunately, or a cab detail. But what I will be doing is detail, as in the tender. We'll be getting a couple of cut lever. There will be a drop plate for be going between the cab and the tender, so that drop plate will actually be there. I will show how to do sound, how I will be doing my sound install, how I did the weight upgrade, for the tender, so that way the tender is incredibly light. I will be doing the wobbling. I will be fixing that, and I will also show how I did the weight in the locomotive. It is a little bit messy on how I did it, but you can clean it up any way you like. Your method may differ from mine, but that will be how I do mine when I do the video next year. That is a video I'll be working on next year on how I upgrade this locomotive. The 210s, I will just be putting a 21-pin loc sound 5.0 decoder in both of those. Probably be using a 282 sound file, or be using an 844 sound file. So we'll see how that goes. The 260, this one's already got sound, the other one doesn't. This one just has the standard soundtracks sound value sound, which doesn't sound bad. All I did was just put a cotton ball in the speaker. I mean, in the tender, so that way it doesn't have shell rattle anymore. It sounds great. Nothing wrong with the sound at all. But, you know, some with Bachmann, some sound values locomotives are perfect. Some of them are good. Some of them are a little choppy. The DD40 is good. No complaints with that. The Mogul is good. No complaints with that. Now they might not be full functional decoders, but they have their pros and cons. As you can see, the headlight, I might have to fix that at some point. I don't know. But we'll see. Um, Hope you guys enjoyed. My Life of 843 will probably be coming out in maybe about 3 hours or so from when this video goes live. So hope you guys enjoy that one. I will be trying to do some more videos of that. If you have any other recommendations, let me know in the comments, and I'll try to do that. And yeah, I'll get around to that. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Bye bye.